Given the pressures to arrest the slowdown in the Indian economy, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has started the process of taking a slew of steps to boost industry's access to credit, including actually opening a rupees 10,000 crore liquidity window for home finances. The Finance Minister is also expected to meet the chiefs of all state-run as well as private banks on Monday to discuss issues related to credit growth in key segments of the economy, including automobiles, retail, small businesses, affordable housing and non-bank finance as well as housing finance. The viewers would be aware that the numbers right now are not looking pretty appealing for the Indian economy. A case in point being the automobile sector. Viewers would be aware that the Indian automobile sector is going through a pretty rough phase, with dealers sitting on huge stockpiles of both two-wheelers and four-wheelers, with buyers nowhere to be seen. The agenda for the Monday meeting that will be headed by the Finance Minister would be to discuss priority areas for the banking sector in the coming months for accelerating gross domestic product growth. This also comes at a time when the global economy is going through a rough patch as well. This also comes at a time when there is a tariff war which is happening between US and China. And India also is looking at areas of opportunity where it can actually benefit in such a scenario. Apart from the meetings with the head of the banks, both state-owned and private sector, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman will also be meeting the representatives of key ministries, including micro, small and medium enterprises, electronics and information technology, rural development and commerce next week to take forward the 100 steps recommended by a panel led by former SEBI chairman Mr. UK Sinha for improving the competitiveness of the MSME sector and also helping the small businesses in their attempt to get credit. This also comes at a time when the Narendra Modi government has set up an ambitious target of becoming a 5 trillion economy by 2024-25 and a 10 trillion economy by 2030. In order to do so, access to credit remains a very key component area. That is something that the government is trying to resolve. In such a scenario, the government is trying to improve the access to credit to businesses, given that this also comes at a time when the sector is already facing a problem due to the squeeze which came after the IL&FS fiasco. There is cause for worry for the government, given that official data showed earlier this week that the output of the 8 critical infrastructure sectors in India that constitute around 40% of the index of industrial production, which is the IIP, almost remained flat in June. So the Indian economy, which expanded at 8% in the first quarter of FY19, it subsequently slowed down to 5.8% in the fourth quarter ending March 2019, which was actually a 5-year low.